kick it off. It is Monday, February 3rd, and this is the weekly meeting of the Waterboro Budget Committee. Today we have Jason here from Public Works, so we can lead off with Jason to tell us what's going on.
All right, not much has changed. We can start off. I don't think we need to do personnel services, unless you want.
No, I mean,
It's, I kept overtime the same,
yep,
and obviously retirement's gone up, and what'd we do, 3%?
3%.
So,
yeah, the total budget, I mean, it's a wash, I mean, you're flat, so.
yep,
I mean, I got some, I can direct you to like, the training, line 5110.
mm-hmm.
What is it? It's not, I mean, it's not a big
So
dollar
those
amount, but
are some trainings that pop up through Maine Municipal,
Okay.
Road Association type stuff.
Mhm.
I've done a few of them. I didn't do any this year. I'm hoping to do a couple next year, maybe bring a couple of guys into some ice workshops for road and ice,
Okay.
for winter plowing and stuff, just to give them a refresher course on some of the stuff coming up.
okay.
Is that a carry forward line?
The training? I do not believe so. No.
Because you haven't used any of it this year, so,
No.
okay. Do you plan on using any of it at all?
I mean, I might be able to squeeze one in the spring, but road safety, flagger certification stuff, I mean, that's all road workshop stuff. The 5130 is the testing, that's for 4 people. 3 of us on my side that have CDLs, 1 on Josh's side. It's just drug and alcohol screening quarterly. I believe it's
That's
like,
all DOT stuff, isn't it?
yeah, it's all required stuff. That will change once we get a bigger crew,
Sure.
or unless they go up, but I think it's about $70 for a person to go get tested. 20 supplies, new equipment stayed the same at 25,000.
What does that mean?
We just purchased a enclosed sander, Fisher Polycast. It's plastic with covers on it, so we can cover our loads now.
Mhm.
It's just, we get a lot of rain, more with snow now, so the salt won't freeze. We don't have to, we could go home, take the truck home, keep the load on, not have to run all the way back to the shop
Mhm.
to get loaded up. We can save time. Some other new equipment would be like, I'm looking at a dirt roll for when we do shouldering and stuff, where we compact. Nothing new, but new used.
Mhm.
5210 is building, that's just supplies, it's fluids, nuts and bolts, miscellaneous stuff. Culverts, so I went up on culverts. My stock is getting kind of low. We were pretty successful this year putting in some culverts. I don't know the exact number, I have that somewhere, but we've kind of upgraded to more 18-inch culverts rather than 15s with the amount of rain that we get in one setting. It's usually a 1 to 2 inch rainstorm instead of just your normal 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. So just for example, an 18-inch piece of culvert is $396. So 36 of that's around $12,000, and that's only 15 culverts, if that. So typically most culverts are 40 feet long. Sometimes we have to stick them out there an extra 10 feet to gain a shoulder. So you're cutting 1 in half, where we try to do it strategically where we can use that other half to go on the next project. So just for example, a 36-inch pipe is, one stick is $1,100. So it's pretty expensive now. We have a project coming up that's gonna be in the CIP that we'll get to later. But that's a 48-inch culvert, so. Patching and repair is cold patch. That stayed the same. That's about $142 a ton, estimated around 28 ton that can get us. That's just for potholes, sides of the roads that break out that we gotta patch in. What are we at right now? We're at 21% right now, but we just bought a big shipment of it, so that's gonna go down a little bit, but we're in our cold patching season. March into February, it's coming. Hot top, I went down 10,000 to 305. I just did some basic math on some of the roads that I wanted to get done, and I can squeeze 305 into it, and got a couple of CIP projects in there too as well, so.
And that is a carry forward account.
Yep. So a 9.5 mix is more of a sand mix, kind of what you see on state aid roads, West Road, when they skinny mix. It's, it's a Band-Aid, but it lasts a little bit, but just for your reference, that's about $93 a ton. I try to use 12.5 mix, which has got some half-inch stone in it. It's more durable. Roughly around $108 a ton. These prices all depend on how big the roads are, how long, how much tonnage is on them. If you got a big tonnage road, you're gonna get a better price because they can sit down and go. Now, if they gotta, move 2 or 3 times to a different road, you're gonna get that cost added on. So. 5235 is salt and sand. That stayed the same at 190,000. Right now, I am at, where are we? 170. I just ordered another 400 ton today, so that's gonna go down 30 more thousand.
And that is also a carry forward account.
Yeah. Typically, we order around 1,500 tons of salt a year. I'm at 12. This load will make it 11.8 something. So we're sitting good. I'm doing a little more babysitting than I have in the past, but kind of controlling the salt that's going in and out.
How much was the carry forward that you are looking to bring forward? Or you don't have that number yet?
We won't know until June.
Okay.
Well, we'll know it before June, but probably, I would say, well, as long as we don't get an April 4th storm.
Considering the end of the season.
Look at the 30 to 60,000
30 to
sometimes.
60.
And it depends on what he used for the consumption for the storms.
Yeah.
It depends on what storm.
It's-
And I think that's,
Before the ice or something.
historically, that's helped us, from what we can tell from years past, that it's helped the following year because we don't know what we're gonna get for the storm, and to keep that number as low as possible.
Right.
Because I think we're only putting, what, 190 in?
We had a little bit extra in there this year, and we took out some of that for FEMA. So, where we created that April 4th storm, that disaster account. So we were able to squeeze some of that out, and I think we'll be all right. Still have a little bit to carry forward. Where are we? 5240 is signs. It's 4,000. That stayed the same. That's street signs, speed limits, blind corners, the little chevrons or the sharp corners, symbols. It's just all the stuff that goes up on the, and I do put posts in there as well that the signs hang on. 5246 is personal protection. That's 3,000. That's the same. 5250 is gas and diesel, we went down 2,000. We're still kind of playing with that number a little bit, but we're slowly, I mean, it was a couple of years ago, 43. We dropped down 9 last year. We're gonna drop down 2 this year and see how it plays out, but around 2,000 gallons of gas, 299 is 5,980. Off-road diesel is around 3,550 at 329 a gallon, that's 11,680. And then on-road diesel is around 3,500 gallons at 379 with 13,644, which leaves me at 30,924, so we got a little extra to play with depending on prices. We don't really know what, they're going up right now, but they typically go down, so. 5270 is licenses, that's 750, that's the same. Utilities, electricity, it's 2,700, that's the same. Heat, we went down 1,500, about 1,500 gallons of heat and oil, 319 a gallon. Gives me a little wiggle room. Telephones, 4,300, that's internet. Garage phone, cell phone reimbursement for Tom and myself. Repairs and maintenance, 5405 is vehicles, 22,500, that's about the same. We're about halfway spent, 45% spent on that right now. So we got a little bit more maintenance to do on the used dump truck that we picked up, but that's coming along. 5422 is ground maintenance, that's the same. As you know, we've added the pickleball court and the loam all around it we're gonna irrigation, so fertilize, all that stuff comes with it. I'm pretty sure I can make that work without having to go up, so I've crunched some numbers and I'm pretty confident that I can do that. 5425 is equipment maintenance, that's 25,000, that's the same. That's for our backhoe, excavator, all our small equipment that we use day to day. Right now we are at 42% spent, but our excavator is currently at Anderson, getting a little bit of a makeover, tightening up some cylinders and shims and making it sound again. Where are we? 5430 is radios. That's the repeater, right?
Yep.
For our radios in our trucks. 5435 is building. That's 10,000. That's the same. That's just who knows what's gonna come up with our old building, but hopefully not too much. 5445 is town roads. Ditching and drainage is 90,000. Brush and tree work, 60,000. Just so you know, it's about $2,000 a day for a tree company to come in. That gives me about 30 days. It doesn't, I know it's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of work. But we're getting there. Sweeping is the same, it's about 9,000. That can fluctuate a little bit. I paid 7,000 last year, but you know, it all depends on winters, how much sand gets blown off before, all that. Boyer Guidelines, that's the striping company that we use. We paid 27,000 last year. There was a few roads that I tried to get away with, and so far we're getting away with it, but, so we don't have to paint all the roads every single year, but that also depends on how much plowing we're doing with the blades scraping the paint off. 40 is contractual services, 5605 software, that's the same, that's Text My Gov and iWorks. Crushing is 5610, 20,000 is the same. I plan on doing crushing this year, we've had carry forward for a couple of years now, where we're in a position where we need to crush.
And that will give us a total of 60,000 in that account.
Yep. 5612 is engineering. That's 0, that stayed the same.
And we do have funds in that account too. That's
Yeah.
carry forward.
96.
9650.
Yep. 5620 is plowing. That went up 14,000, almost 15,000 this year. It's contract. That will be his last year of his 3-year contract coming up. Unclassifieds, 5940 is the porta potty rentals. That stays in the salt shed for winter months for the plow crews, and then we take it out on big projects, or if we need to bring it for flaggers, we transport it. 5995 is incidentals. So we went up about 10,000. We decided that.
So, in a little bit for that, and Jason hit on some of the other articles real quick, but we're talking about in building supplies, in the building section, like 5210, even utilities. If we're projecting that we should be in the new building by the end of the FY26 budget, that our square footage will be significantly larger, and we really don't know where our costs will be 100% at this point, because we have a lot more to maintain in a much bigger facility. So some of those things that we don't know. He had 5,000 there before, and I suggested to him, I said, I think we really need to anticipate where we're going down the road, because we don't know what those costs will be. You know, if we're adding the phones, there'll be some phones in the building, obviously, which I think we have 1 phone today.
Yep.
So there's probably gonna be more than 1 phone, and we're charged based on each location. So we probably should have used a percentage, which would be a lot higher if we base it on $3 million, or the
2.6.
2.6, but I think we're very conservative with that number, in all reality.
So basically what you're trying to do is save in advance?
No,
Put
so
some money aside? I mean,
No, so that if we bid out and get, well, if we go to planning board approval, and we have planning board approval and bid out and award bid in June, and we have anticipated construction to begin, depending on what the construction time period is, we could be in the building before the end of FY26.
correct.
And then if we need supplies, things that we aren't,
Okay.
some of the soft goods we're not anticipating, that may be if we need some chairs, or,
Yep.
you know, break
Desk.
room tables,
Yep.
microwave. Any
Refrigerator.
small things that we.
So minor supplies is what I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
for the most part.
Yeah.
A couple of chairs, where they carry on grabbing stuff out of here. And a bigger question, and I don't want to drag Jason too long. The 2.6 million is a CIP budgetary concern. When does that building, when that's completed, does that go to Jason's budget? Going forward, like
The payment?
under building maintenance?
No.
That would go with, so after it's completed.
After it's completed.
After it's completed, the payment will go to the debt services line,
Right.
and then his electricity line, so.
There's an electricity line,
I would suspect that you're gonna see a lot of these line
A
changes.
lot of those.
and his building maintenance,
Will change moving forward once the
Okay.
building is up.
but as it's being constructed, it's a separate.
Still gonna be a
That's-
little quiet in the summer months, because we'll be on the road, there won't be as much going on, but winter months will be, you
Sure.
know, electricity, heat, that's all gonna be.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff just for the building, because right now he has 1 bathroom today, there's another bathroom, there's the toilet paper products, there's whether he's having paper towel dispensers we need to install throughout the building. you know, we can put in the RFP so much, but we also want to be cautious because we don't want to drive the numbers up
Right.
exponentially. But he may want a diluting station for car wash or his sanitizers,
Yeah.
or whatever he's using in the, you know, in the
Wash bay.
wash, well, no, just, yeah.
Well,
in the
general.
building, in general.
So you're gonna get the building and then you get to fine tune it with your budget as
Find
Well,
out how
as
much
best we
everything
can.
is
What's
As
that?
you go.
Huh?
Find out how much everything is as you go.
It's-
Pretty much.
It's gonna be a learning curve for a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
He doesn't have, I mean, I don't think you have a mop bucket down there today.
No, we don't need one.
So there's a lot of stuff that he doesn't, there's a lot of stuff that he doesn't have today that we're going to need to purchase
Yeah.
after he gets settled in. We actually started on a small checklist. I say small, we're several pages now.
I was gonna say, there's
You know,
nothing
yeah,
small
it's
about
really-
it.
We have several pages of checklists of items that we need to consider that we're not going to put into the RFP because we don't need them to buy it and add 30% to it. So we'll take care of that stuff.
But the point of the question was, like, stuff like that is Jason's budget.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Correct.
So we should see interesting numbers next year.
Yeah, and we're going to be so early we'll have
It's
to
gonna-
anticipate because we're
right.
not going to know.
That's gonna be an even
Yeah.
tougher year.
Yeah, you want
So
it to be.
we're not gonna know. So I think next year, we're really gonna have to budget a little bit, even if we do a similar thing with having a separate line, you know, anticipate that, you know, heating's gonna go up because he's gonna be running.
I'm
what,
probably gonna
4?
have to call around to some comparable buildings, public works, and
Yeah,
see what they're spending for heat and electricity, just to get a general.
Because if you have 4 Modines in the bay, or in the shop area.
Yeah,
you
what do
know,
you,
We just need to figure out
what do you pay a year for propane?
Jeez.
Right, and he's
Wasn't
just,
bad until like the last month, but now
Right.
we're going, $1,000 every week and a half.
and he's just got one, but it's a big one,
Right.
so,
Mhm.
I mean, it's,
Well, and we should see better savings if he's got propane, you've got propane, so our usage actually will
yeah,
be
it
townwide.
should go up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Josh is using it to thaw out cans too, so it's an overnight process where you're really
running. in.
sticking the heat to it.
Well, that's constant.
Yep, so,
Okay.
but, yeah, that's, the gist of it for me.
So that's your deal. Well, I asked my questions. Any questions from any of you guys?
No.
I had a couple of them.
No, go ahead.
On your ground maintenance,
Mhm.
you still have a balance of about, what, 21,000?
Yep,
Do you think you'll go through all that this year between now and June?
it's gonna be close,
Be close?
yep, because you're jumping into spring season
Where will
where
you be using it the
At-
most?
Friendship, in the pickleball court will be, that area of new grass will be probably the most. I am trying to look into moving a fence at Lions Field, moving it in to make it a regulation softball field. They used to make it,
Telephone poles also?
probably not at first, but yes.
Okay.
But making it so it's a little league field for them. That's my next field that I really wanna jump on and make it so it's more presentable. But we'll spend quite a bit in just,
Does that include lining of the pickleball court also? Or no?
no, that's all part of the ARPA fund that we budgeted for,
Okay.
so.
Jay, can you go back to line 44? Amber just picked up on this too, or it's in contractual services, 5605.
Yep.
I'm not seeing a number in here.
Did you put 0 previous?
No.
There is one number in there.
I believe that's supposed to be the same as last year's.
Yes. Yep,
That should be 5,500?
Yeah.
yep. That's text my gov, that's all the alerts that, if you guys opt into them, that you receive if there's a road closure, if there's an accident. Just kind of heads up for people. Plus my iWorks, which I keep track of all my road work, all that type of stuff. It's the software. I can pinpoint where catch basins are and culverts that I change and all that stuff.
I fixed it in here. So do you want the number for the top?
Yes.
So when you change that, the top number for B column is 1971732.
Try it again.
1971732.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. More questions?
In your clothing line, you
Yep.
have 3,000, do you have 5 employees that covers, or just 4?
Nope, that's 4. We have 600 extra for coats,
Okay.
winter stuff, rain jackets.
Okay,
If someone's boots blow out, I mean, I try to have a little extra in there, because,
Okay.
you know, some things do happen.
okay.
So,
And you said crushing you're definitely gonna do this year?
yep,
Coming up? Okay.
yep.
So then, some of the accounts have barely even been spent, like engineering license. Are you gonna use the engineering for the new building? Is that what that's gonna come under, or
Well,
where does that fall?
We may end up using some of that.
Some
You're talking
of
about the
that.
carry forward one?
5612,
No, let's see.
40, 5612.
Yeah,
And you said you
that's
have an amount in
highlighted
there
too.
now,
Not sure why you highlighted it.
but carry forward.
There is.
Right, that's a carry forward, there's 9650 in that one right now. And so, to answer your question, and we're hoping we don't have to
Okay,
for that. We're hoping we can leave that for his other engineering costs he may have, or whether it's, we'll talk about it tonight, the Brook, Henderson Brook, if he needs anything for that for engineering, or any other projects.
okay,
We may have to, because we've got some estimates back for our civil engineering, our geotechnical work, and our performance and architecture work was a bit higher than we anticipated. So we're working on those logistics right now. We had $50,000 to work with that was approved a couple of years ago that we has carried forward. And right now, we're about $25,000 more than what we had budgeted. So we'll see if we can peel some of that back if we don't need it, especially where it's a pre-engineered and pre-designed building. So we'll work on that.
okay,
I know that was probably a long answer. Sorry.
okay.
And he's got a bunch of projects that he's gonna do in the spring. But, and we will credit where we can, based on what we took out of some of the lines before for the April storm.
Okay.
Because I know he's itching to get some road work
Once we
done.
get, yeah, if we get it back.
Supposedly, we actually just sent it in a few minutes ago, but supposedly we should have disbursement next month for the April storm. After Office of, was it OMB, rescinded the memo for freezing all the accounts from President Trump, that then we can continue to move forward again. We reached out to MEMA last week, and they were optimistic that they would be able to continue because it aligns with the agenda based on the parameters of the first memo. So we should be good, hopefully.
Okay. Good, Diane?
I'm good. Almost good.
Well said.
You guys have any questions?
No.
I think we're good. I appreciate it, Jason.
Okay.
Josh, you're up.
Oh,
How you doing?
good, how are you?
Can't complain.
Okay. Do you want to skip personal services? I know.
I just
not
got,
much
I
has
have one
changed.
question on it. I see
Yeah.
you're up 5 points on the personal services. Now, we had the 3% COLA. Is that because because the pension affected that?
What's that?
In other words,
Yeah.
the total line for personnel services is up 5
The-
points.
The new retirement plan,
And the
he
new
was
retirement, I
able
thought was
to
probably it.
participate in, yep.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Okay.
up like something.
No?
Yeah, there's two of us that switched to the.
All right. No, that's, I think that's my only question there. I mean, you can just highlight stuff if you want as you're going down through. I got a bunch of questions I looked
Yeah,
at it today.
absolutely, okay. So, we'll, overtime, no change, retirement, we just talked about that. 15 employee costs, travel, DEP training, no change. For both of those, for travel, for the DEP training, and then training for employees. Gonna have a few guys going to a couple different things this year, there's a lot changing, and it just makes more sense for me to take them with me than for me to come back and try to regurgitate it.
Mhm.
Dues and subscriptions for MMRA, no change there. 20 supplies, 5,200 office, no change. That's just cash register tape, stickers, random odds and ends in the office. 5230 hot top repairs, pavement. I lowered that to 3,500. That is a carry forward line, so we do have some money in there. But we have some stuff we do need to do. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, where the oil building used to be, it's not there anymore. It's now in the Quonset hut. We were having some flooding issues with it, and with it being so close to the catch basin,
Okay.
we switched it over. So we're gonna have to move that building in the spring and just pave over
Okay.
where it is now. Because right now, there's like a 500-gallon pit in the ground,
Yep.
concrete bottom, so
Okay.
we can't leave that open.
New.
It's filled in right now.
Yeah, we have it filled in with gravel, but, it's not really a permanent fix.
Yeah. It's not major.
5240 signs, no change there. That's just signs around the facility. They're always getting bumped, ripped, smacked, 5246 personal protective equipment. That's for 3 full-time employees at 600 and 5 part-time employees at 300. There is 300 in there for first aid and safety, so gloves, new jackets, I just replaced eye wash station in the bathroom, stuff like that comes out of that, so. Fuel for roll-off trucks, no change there. We did add a new roll-off truck, but we're only 36%. Let me double check that. Yeah, 36% expended right now. So unless diesel does something really crazy, I don't expect us to really go over that. The new truck is gonna be on the road, the old ones.
I haven't noticed the new truck move too much the last few
We've
times I've
been
there.
still running the old
Not
truck right
diesel.
now, 2 days a week, just to keep it,
Yeah.
during the winter months, just to keep it going,
Yeah.
so. But the new truck's, it's
Just
great.
giving you a hard time. That's all.
Oh, I know.
Every time I go, it still looks brand new.
Well, now that we're on
That's good.
the truck, just so you guys know, last year we spent $18,550 on supplemental hauling when our truck was down, so that's what we paid to other companies to haul our trash, on top of our tipping fees that we still paid, so.
That's why our fuel's so low.
Yeah, right. Never thought of that.
Makes sense.
All right. 5270 licenses, DEP, no change. Roll-off compactor container, 40 yards, no change there. That's to buy a new container. We try to get one every year or
Okay,
two.
so I figured you're getting one every year.
Yep, trying to.
or so.
Some of the containers that we have are so old, we repair them as we can.
Sure.
But it gets to a point where you can't slap any more welds on them to keep them on the road. They're just unsafe.
Yep.
25 utilities, 5,300 electricity, no change. 5,320 telephone, no change there. Down to 30 repairs and maintenance. Gonna jump to 5,405. 25,000 in the repairs line. This year we have 15, raising it 10,000, just, with the new truck, we're gonna be going through tires and whatnot like that. We just replaced a set and it was over $6,000. So, it doesn't take much to eat up $25,000 worth of repairs money. Yep, 5423 roll-off container repairs, that's to repair 4 or 5 units, some of the ones that we still can repair, asking for 10,000, but there's no change. 5425 equipment, that's for compactor maintenance, so we have 3 compactors right now. One of them is not running, waiting for them to come back and repair it, but that could get expensive too. That's probably more expensive than fixing, you know, a truck or a backhoe. Some
Where's the
of
third one?
What's that?
Where's the third one? I don't,
It's the, so we have the household compactor.
Yep.
Off to the left, we have the overflow. We used to
Okay.
use it for bulky.
yep,
That's just our overflow now when houses change,
Okay.
full.
that's.
Or we have an
what I
issue,
know
yeah.
about. Okay.
So that's the one that's not running.
Mm-hmm.
They're all
Uh,
different, are they all different sizes?
Yeah, they're all different sizes. So it'd be cool if we could keep, you know, hoses and stuff like that on hand, but they're all different, so you'd have to have a pretty big surplus of parts.
That's a big shop for that.
5435 building repairs, that's just for the basic maintenance of the Quonset hut, the office, oil building, single sort compactor building, and the household compactor building, no change, 10,000. Down to 40 contractual services, oil and antifreeze with per gallon tipping fee, no change there, 8,000. 5622 freon removal, no change there. 5624 universal waste, 4,000, but there's no change. 5626 oversized bulky waste. I'm gonna leave that just as oversized bulky waste. I'll get to single sort after I created a new line.
One question on that.
Yeah.
Does that increase on the bulky waste, is that an increase in your tonnage or?
They're
increase in
increasing the
tipping rate?
fees. I was just gonna
Okay.
get to that.
Yeah.
Just gotta-
It's the same question I have on,
Yeah,
you're
no.
gonna see it.
EcoMains
Yeah.
has some pretty serious increases this year.
Mm-hmm.
Bulky right here. So right now, we're paying, double check that. Yeah, so we're paying $97.50 a ton right now. And they're going up to $107.50, so $10 increase.
Yep.
And, so, yep, bulky, 20,000. Nope, sorry, 117,000, looked at the wrong line. 5627, non-recyclable demo debris, tipping and sheet rock, 20,000, no change. Right now, we're paying 120 a ton for that. 5631, EcoMain tipping fees, so that's another one with a $10 increase, they're up to 107.50. Estimating 2,400 tons, 258,000.
Is our usage, in other words, is that holding
We're up
steady?
50 tons over last year.
Okay.
Right now, so, and I didn't put in an increase for this, you know,
Mhm.
I'm hoping we're not another 50 tons up next year, because
Okay.
we could be in trouble.
Are you having a lot of contaminated loads now?
No, the loads have been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Josh, how does that play into the recycler, the reimbursement for recycling for the materials? Was it cardboard, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's-
PE or P?
You got me, like,
I call it PBR every time.
yeah, it's
I
PBR.
don't know why,
So the state, we're gonna be doing it's basically, to make it simple, like a bottle bill
Mm-hmm.
for recycling materials. So all of the producers in the state of Maine are going to have to give basically a report every year
Mm-hmm.
on how much packaging they produce. And then, so us as a municipality, which EcoMaine will handle that part of it. EcoMaine kind of got on board with it. So at first it was gonna be like a voluntary thing. And now EcoMaine's involved, so it's gonna be like, you know, we're doing it. But it's a good thing. So at the end of the year, when EcoMaine sends us and looks at our tonnages, they will say, okay, so say we got 57,000 tons of packaging materials and the town of Waterboro produced 10,000. So we'll get a percentage back.
Okay,
So it's basically just a returnable bill.
okay.
Extended.
There's a lot to it. Extended producer responsibility
For
For
packaging.
packaging.
for packaging.
EPR. I guess it wasn't
okay.
close.
You got me with the PBR, yeah.
PBL was
And this has been an ongoing thing for a little over a year. We've had a few meetings on it, and, you know, the DEP brought everyone to EcoMaine and sat us down and did a big PowerPoint. If you guys want to see the PowerPoint, I can probably get it for you and email it to you.
No.
Okay.
I follow the Portland Press Herald, that was more than enough. I mean, listen, I think it's important stuff, but.
If you ever want a tour at the, I can't remember, what's the gentleman's name that gave the tour?
Kevin.
Kevin Roach, right?
Yeah, he's the CEO.
They put a great, actually, the three of us went.
Yeah.
It was really informative, in a tour of the facility and how they operate, but it was well worth it. It was time well.
So they're actually opening a new plant across the highway. It's the old Yankee Sturbridge building.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping Dennis would be here because he's kind of been involved with it since the beginning. He knows a lot more about it than I do. And that's a big part of these increases, is they're basically trying to get it switched over to a recycling facility. I don't know the estimated start date on that. I do have nice big fancy plans. It's across the street, yeah.
And doesn't the increase in cost also come back to this extended producer packaging that based, because we're owner, even though we're an owner community being paying less, it has to be equal across the board or something?
Yeah, right,
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
for everybody.
For everybody. For them to do this, everybody's got to be the
Even
same.
with the, how many communities did Dennis say we're signing on, new communities, they're still raising, they're getting more money coming in.
Well, and I think,
charging
They need more
everyone money
trash.
and tipping.
They need more trash.
Yeah.
yeah, because it was, you were in double-digit millions,
Yeah.
was it 20 or 30? It was
Yeah,
big money.
it was big money. I don't know the exact number, but it was a lot.
Mm.
All right. So,
Sorry.
yeah, I lost my train of thought entirely. All right, so I think we're on 5635 shingles, no change there. 5638 grinding, wood waste and tires, 30,000. So there's no change. Now we're down to the 5639 recycling single sort, estimated 348 tons at $85 a ton, 30,000. 45 purchase capital, 7,000 equipment. That's supposed to be 1,000, sorry.
Where?
Isn't it?
Is it
7,000?
1,000? Should be 1,000.
Yeah,
He's
I
missing
believe
that bottom
so.
line.
There's a
Yeah.
1,000 where?
Line 40?
I think there's supposed to be 1,000 in there.
It's supposed to have
Yes.
1,000 in both of them?
There's 1,000 in there now?
No, there isn't.
No, there's
No.
a zero.
No.
So
Are we gonna get
40
into
and
that?
41 should both be 1,000, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yes, yeah. I meant there's 1,000 in there this year now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you meant in the
No.
line.
Oh, so we
So
don't.
you leave it
yeah.
at
No, leave it at
Just
1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a carry forward or anything, I just must have missed
So
that
it
line.
should be 1,000.
Yes,
Should be
yeah.
1,000.
Okay.
So add 1,000?
Yeah.
So that will
Add
change it to
1,000.
916, 552 for the two.
One more thing.
Yes.
This one? That changes it to 916, 552.
It did, yeah.
916.
And all of a sudden it went to 1, and it was like,
I know, I was like, what happened?
What, before you, Josh, before you take off, just one question on the single sort recycling.
Mhm.
Again, my question would be, are we increasing our participation on that? Are we sending more?
No,
Is this-
we are, got it right here.
Is that what it?
We were down like 1 ton, or maybe we
Okay.
were up 1 ton, let me. I think we were up 1 ton,
But
yeah.
we're better off as a community having that be higher, because the tipping rate for us.
Oh,
is
yeah,
better.
absolutely. The state wants to be 50% recycled by like 2035. It won't happen, but
Yeah.
that's the big
Yeah.
push, yeah.
But it's better for everyone, it'll, you know, reduce the other number that's.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So you have to figure out how to do
It's
that.
just getting more people to recycle.
Single sort makes it so easy.
Oh, I know, it's great, it is.
It's
faster for people to, right in the first one.
Well, I think, it's just the two of us, we have to go for that before we have to go for regular trash,
Right, yeah.
but, okay, I'll let you go.
All right. 7015 buildings, I want to put a small attendant check down back. Just, we need to have somebody down there more frequently, keeping an eye on things. People are hiding stuff in their loads, and it's just a free-for-all.
Yep.
So I just want to have at least some type of shelter down there for them. It's a requirement, so. I mean, $1,000 won't get much, but we can get something for that, and
How's that guy stay warm in that hut by the?
He's got heat.
Recycle?
He's got a little heater.
Got a little heater in
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Man,
It gets toasty.
I'll bet it does. I mean, it's not much bigger than he is.
Yeah. That's the outhouse. That's what we call it, the outhouse. See, it's got the little half moon cut in the door. You'll notice it. You'll notice it
Is
next
that what you're
time.
getting for down back?
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly the same thing.
Another outhouse.
Yeah. Make a good ice shack.
So does that mean you'll have to hire another person?
No,
No?
no. We have a guy right now who just floats. He's up and down, up around the back, but right now he's just kind of sitting in a piece of equipment. Not really a good look when people come in and see a guy just sitting there watching him in a piece of equipment.
90% of the time, the equipment's needed down back, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
60 unclassified, advertising, $100. That's just if we wanted to make some magnets or flyers, stuff like that, No spring cleanup and incidentals and unforeseen expenses. I kept that at 3,000. That's the line that I put the 18,550 in for the truck hauling. I don't think we need to put any more in that line. I'm hoping now with 2 trucks, we don't have to hire anybody for a while. And that's about it.
Okay, well, I'll hit you with my questions. You guys have any, Diane, you got anything?
Nothing.
Deb?
No.
Christina?
No.
That being said, I appreciate your help, Josh.
No, thank
Just
you.
one quick one, Josh.
Yeah.
Listen, on your paving that you put in here,
Mhm.
you put down back, where down back will you be paving? Is that the one that you paved already, needs repairs?
No, so we were, do you know where the ash pit is? So before the metal pile, there's a couple little bunkers on the left side. Right now, we have a hot ash pile. And last year, we had a DEP inspection, and they're changing some things. They want it on a impervious surface.
Oh, okay, I remember you talking about
Yeah,
that last year.
so there's gonna be a lot of changes, coming. When we had a few inspections last year, and they made some points, and, yeah, I still haven't gotten the report back. That would have been great, but I don't have it, so it's only, hearsay for me, but,
That'll probably be next year. We might have to.
yeah, there's gonna be some big changes,
Concrete the metal bin.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's either that or we have to dig the dirt up every time
yeah, every 6 months, basically, that's
we're
there.
supposed to dig it down,
2 feet,
Yeah.
or down to bedrock,
contaminated soils and get rid of it.
and that's the problem, the soils, you can't just call somebody and you gotta send it to a special facility, and they want it tested by a soil scientist, and the tests are like $1,000 just to test.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah, everything's become very costly.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you. You want your seat back?
Okay, moving on, we got municipal buildings, which is basically down from last year, about 2 points. And basically, I'm not gonna go through this line by line, but electricity is down a little bit. The repairs and maintenance are down. What buildings does this include, Matt?
Here, there's some library costs in here, but predominantly this building here, or these 2 buildings here, but there may be some municipal buildings. So if it hits something else, depending on what the budget is or what we have available,
Mhm.
come the middle of the year, we'll get something by. Originally, we have some other projects still that we're trying to get accomplished, but we're working on a fire alarm system on that side of the building, because from this wall over, there's nothing for detection. This side has it, but we don't have anything over there, which is kind of, it doesn't make sense even if we have it here,
No.
because we're connected.
Yep.
So we're working on that. Our system needs upgrades here. We've done some flooring. We finished the flooring project in the offices and codes. And so 4 offices, code enforcement, the hallway. So yeah, the short answer is, it's not just here necessarily, but
Okay.
predominantly it's these 2 buildings.
Okay.
The traffic light account, that is a carry forward account as well. And we've upped that to 5,000 because, quite frankly, if we have anything that goes wrong with them, we don't have enough money to cover those expenses for the computers.
Mhm.
And so if we can kind of get that up a little bit higher than where we were before, so that if we have something, electrical lightning.
Yeah, actually, the one at Milton got struck by lightning, so we had to put a whole new unit in, which was 10,000 plus.
And we only run at the Hannaford too, right? And that has a.
So the one at Hannaford is running on cycle. We're getting by with it right now, but sooner or later that one's gonna fail.
Mhm.
Kind of hoping that we're buying our time a little bit until the state takes over these, like they say they're gonna, but we haven't.
I'm surprised they don't, well, especially the one in Hanford.
Well, they own this one out here.
Okay,
We own West Road, Milgram,
okay.
and then Hannaford.
And they've talked about it, but we've asked them point blank a couple times.
They keep talking about it, but we haven't.
There's no definitive answer out of them.
Hear how the state is. So, keep pushing projects down the road.
The emergency fund is also a carry forward account, and so we heard from the auditors that we'll talk about the CIP a little bit too, but we're not putting enough money aside for some of these emergencies in our CIPs, above and beyond what we try to do every year. So we've still put $10,000 in it so far for this year. We haven't used anything out of it to date.
How much do we have in there now?
60,341. So I do know that we have some issues next door with a boiler next door that may need to be replaced in the old side of the building. But just this building alone, if we had to replace this, we could be anywhere from, what was it, 50 to 60,000? they told us.
60 won't do much. That would
So-
stand a chance.
Not for a building like this.
No.
We need to, hopefully we can continue to add to it. And honestly, historically, in years past, we always had to dip into it for 5,000 to 10,000, so we've just barely squeaked by with, maybe we're gonna get a year with a couple thousand, but we're not saving enough for the size of what we have for infrastructure.
Is the generator out here on a maintenance plan so that it's
Yeah,
well
that's on
taken
maintenance,
care
right?
of?
Yep, yeah, we get it serviced every year. Yep.
We tried to get a contract with them back several years ago, but we didn't have much luck with
They're
that.
outrageous.
Um,
Yeah. $250 just to call them.
And if they answer the first ring, it's another 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Any questions regarding buildings?
No.
All right, moving on. Matt, why don't you take us through CIP here?
Okay, so we were trying to get creative this year to fund some projects, and obviously last year we didn't have a lot of projects, but we kind of run you through where we're thinking. And bear in mind, we have the unknowns coming with Public Works too. So one is that we have to reallocate the older Tahoe at the fire station. And that was on our 10-year plan, so we're now almost 11 years on that, or will be 11 years. So our thought was to do another lease on that for 4 years, so that we're up again in the 5-year cycle. We'll utilize that for the code enforcement, hopefully. and then we'll monitor that. If we need to do something different, then next year we'll plug something in. Transfer station, we're looking to replace the loader backhoe that they've got over there. And hold on one second, let's open this up.
It's a 2014,
I think it's a 13.
13, 14, but got about 56.
Yeah, 5,600 hours, whatever.
600 hours. So this is the machine
That came from.
that came from the highway garage. When they got their new one, we got the old one.
It's also a machine that's spent its life in salt, so.
Okay.
Lives in the salt shed, everything. We're just having a lot of electrical issues.
Surprised.
You touch something wrong and it just crumbles.
I'll bet.
The cat techs don't even want to work on it.
So our thought was, we looked around, we found some that are 50,000, and then we've seen a little bit higher. But if we look around, I think that gives us a little bit of a wiggle room that we can purchase something.
Yeah.
I think, Jason, you were optimistic with that too? For the 70, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it gives us a lot more options at 70 than 50. I mean, it gets us into not updated, not to a passable machine that's way more reliable than the one that he's got now.
And that's being used every shift, correct?
Yeah, that's our bread and butter. We use it for everything.
Yeah.
The next one is kind of in line of our plan, basically knowing that we don't have a loader right now of our own for Public Works. But this is based on our needs for the future moving forward. Jason did some research and we located.
So I found a company that used to build for Caterpillar themselves. They're the third largest construction company out there, manufacturer behind Cat and I believe Takeuchi, Takeuchi, I think. It's an XCMG loader. It's a 948, 938, which is, we're still exploring which one we'll want, but the better bang for the buck is obviously the bigger one. It gives you the 200 horsepower rather than the 138 horsepower. You're looking at around 137,000 for a brand new machine. You compare that to a 948 Caterpillar or Volvo, you're looking at $330,000. This has got an automatic greaser on it. It's got a weighing scales on it, so we won't overload our trucks. We'll be legal on the road. I mean, right now we guesstimate when we load our trucks, and we're pretty close. You know, you get a variance there anyways, but it's just something we're looking for the future. Half the reason why some of, that Josh is having a lot of problems is we put our backhoes through, we ask them to do too much for what, with the plowing and all that. And they're made for it, but it's just a constant, a lot of shifting, downshifting, back and forth, back and forth. But
So we've got it in here for estimated 30,000 for up to 5 years.
I'm confused. Or line 8, Josh's new use. What's that $25,000?
If we finance it for a couple of years.
Okay, all right. That's what I thought.
That just gives us that payment for
that's
that.
fine.
We can do it up to 3 years.
Yep.
And that's a backhoe,
Yes.
where a loader doesn't have that.
I understand.
Yeah.
And we were just trying to really just navigate it so we weren't asking, trying to increase the numbers too much.
Right.
But trying to balance it to cover the equipment that we
Get
need.
it.
It's still something that probably won't go down there on his end, where, at times, it probably will, but where he's got nails and all that stuff, it's not, one tire
Probably
alone is
$6 grand.
$6 grand.
Yeah.
We're not gonna wanna damage anything.
You give me a chance, I'll flatten one. Just being honest.
Any questions so far?
Not all right.
On line 11, we talked briefly about this, and I did plug the numbers in. The board had come to me asking me to make sure, to include this for a warrant article, and that is to do the delivery time, but 18 to 24 months is what we're looking at for an engine, for a pumper tanker. And I did get the estimates back. I am a little bit high on that price because there's a couple different factors involved. That's actually, there's $85,000, maybe a little too high. What we don't know right now today is because of the emission standards that are changing, that's a different motor that needs to be in that truck, unless when we order, we can order it with the current motor. Once the motor changes, it's an $85,000 change. So I plugged it in at that number for now, because we would have to have that for the warrant article question, the language for the verbiage. I suspect we'll be able to get it for a little bit less. And at that, right there, that there would be based over 10 years. The next line down, 14. So I've played with this number several times. We originally had it at 100,000, but here we are at 50,000. I don't know where the board will be, if they want to change it, or if their idea is to go up or not, I don't know. We plug 50,000 in as to beef up or to continue to add into our capital improvement fund. Right now, the capital improvement fund in the equipment portion is $231,510. We wouldn't, so out of the projects we just talked about before, we weren't touching that, and that adds in another $50,000 towards it. Again, as we move forward with plowing, going into the next contract, this gives us so that for equipment for public works, for, well, as it says right in there, plow truck, sand vehicle, sanders, loader parts, blades. This is equipment that he's going to need, and that we're going to need to have available for funds to move forward with plowing. For language, we were talking, so some of our challenges would be is if we have something that breaks when we're plowing, that we need to have the ability to have the board to give us authorization to replace that equipment. So I added that language in there for authorization to see if the board is interested in adding that to the warrant article, that would board of selectmen, or actually should be council approval at that point, for equipment replacement or repair greater than $5,000. Which they have the ability within that line now, but just for clearer transparency. Any questions so far?
Is 50,000 enough? I mean, so you're adding that to the 200 and change you said you had.
Well, we've looked at used equipment. We've looked at Municipal, we've looked at different, what was the other one, Saco, Allegiance? I think it's Allegiance trucks.
Allegiance trucks.
Whited. We can find some used stuff, and it was like 7 trucks we need to have roughly.
If we're gonna do
Yeah,
all of it.
if we're gonna do all of it.
Right.
We're not sure that year one we're able to do all of it,
Right.
because we gotta phase into it. And looking at where we're at today, and we find used trucks from 30,000, you can find them 50,000. A new truck's better part of what was 270.
For a smaller one.
For a smaller single axle.
Yep. You're looking at 3 all set up
Wow.
for a brand new one, 3 plus.
So, might we have a wheeler with a wing and blade? Probably, but we also know that we need to ramp up to that. Sometimes on those auction sites, or even some of the later model ones, we can buy them if we can find a couple of them. Even if one of them is, we can use it as a spare or today, but then we use it for parts tomorrow. So is 50,000 enough? I think it's the same thing with every other budget line in some of the various parts that we're trying to make it work.
To start.
Originally, I had 100,000 in there. We've kind of scaled it back because obviously as we go through here, there is also 10,000 in reserve building fund. Same thing. Our auditors came to us and said, you need to start putting more money into CIP.
Right.
And so 10,000 isn't a lot, but we're trying to manage those dollars. Electrical service at the library needs to be replaced. That's $10,000. That's the service, the weatherhead coming into the building is corroded. Seal coating, if we're gonna keep the pavement that's here on this side of Town Hall, if we're gonna keep it on the other side of the building, and
Library.
it was the library, then we need to seal coat it. We talked about paving the library, but that's expensive right now. So if we seal coat, we can buy a few years and to protect it. There's also in the roads portion, we've got transfer station paving, so there's paving up there for the upper lot. And again, this is to overlay it, correct?
Yeah.
Overlay it, because if we don't fix it and it deteriorates, we're gonna rip it all up and it's gonna be a lot more money.
It's gonna lose it.
It's pretty bad, it's getting pretty bad now. Up in front of, so basically this is to go from the front office as you come in, out to the household trash compactor and go left, and it's about to recycling.
Okay.
So that, just so you have a general idea, that section of the parking lot is the worst off.
It's pretty much half.
Yeah.
It's a lot of,
You break it down.
that's your household traffic anyway. That's
Right,
what-
yeah, I mean, it's just,
The worst part, it's,
Yeah.
you figure the amount of vehicles that come through there in a week, it's probably, other than the main drags, it's probably one of the busiest, pieces of pavement in town.
if we had to use a steel blade to plow it, would be even worse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Library, obviously library paving, we did pull that out, we had it in there originally, and then we pulled it out. And then you've got Middle Road of Culvert of Henderson Brook, and that's estimated at $40,000 for replacement. And again, that's a permit by rule, correct, Jason? That we can direct replacement. If we were to deviate what's there, we would have to have it engineered, and we're probably looking at well over $100,000, because you have to do the stream bed crossings and a bunch of DEP restrictions. And the bridge has to be 1.5 times the width of it.
It would be a box culvert, and you're probably looking at,
Big money.
yeah, 400.
So, and that was the issue we actually had a conversation about initially doing on Jellison
Yeah.
Road, right?
That's where we found this loophole.
Yeah, for the permit by rule.
We're gonna make it a little bit bigger. I mean, not that much bigger, but we're gonna make it a little bit bigger. So,
No, we'll be identical.
yes.
We're identical.
But,
Yeah, no, we're identical. And New Dam Road paving, repaving New Dam Road, 137, 831.
and that's gonna be from the town line bridge all the way up through the S turns up into one of the first roads on the right after the S turns. And that is a shim and overlay, so. 3/4 shim and then 1 inch, so almost getting 2 inches of pavement on there. And that section really needs it.
Okay. Questions? No. You guys all set? All right, now we get to revisit the unclassified or the miscellaneous. You wanted to do something about the taxes on the miscellaneous, York County taxes?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, now, hold on. Oh,
So-
yeah,
Your county shelter sent in a request also, and I forget the
Yeah.
request.
so, we're hearing, we're hearing estimated about 10% for York County taxes.
Okay. You only did about 3 or 4.
Yeah. Well, based on what we've seen before, however, so at that rate, we're about 581.
Huge priest.
So I don't know, I mean, we don't know where they're at right now.
Well, should we should we plan on $580,000 and, or do you, I don't know how you guys want to.
And I wish I could give a
What's the
definitive
game
answer of
plan?
what the number is from them. I don't know what that number is.
We could leave it right where it is, where we put it and do what we did last year and have a supplemental.
If we need to come back, we
If
come
we
back
need
for
to
another
come
meeting.
back, we can come back for that line item.
I would, so just for time frame, I would hope that we can get this budget initial, the draft to the board for the 18th of February 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, February, no,
Yeah, well, we should wrap it up next week.
yeah, the 18th, sorry. So the 18th, and then they will have February, March, so we have until April 1st to
Okay.
make that,
So we can come back
I think you can.
and revisit that.
At that point.
Okay.
So, but just wanted to give you a heads up.
Yeah.
I figured it was coming anyway.
That's, so I did watch the county meeting from last week.
Oh, so that's where you're getting it?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't send anything.
No, I watched the county manager, the county commissioners meeting on TV. So. And I did, and I think it was York County Shelters.
York County Shelters, according to the note in the bottom here, you received a request for them for $1,000.
Yep.
We approved $1,500 last week.
Yeah.
So-
Their request they sent through was for 1,000, so if they want 1,000, I think we gotta change it to 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay,
So lower it.
Yeah.
So decrease it.
Got it.
all righty. So we're gonna lower York County Shelters to 1,000.
I don't know if they've got other subsidies or other revenues they got it, I don't know,
That's
but.
right, they don't need it, we don't need to give it to them.
So you good with making that adjustment for the shelters for 1,000?
Yes.
And I'll make it in the other columns as well then.
Okay.
I'll match.
So that would put the new total at
That's
858,
where you came up with that number. I'm looking at your number going, what is she doing?
What?
But
Oh,
You were right.
341 is still lower.
you
No.
adjusted it lower, so I understand.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, I think we'll just come back and revisit that, Matt.
Yeah.
So
I'll keep you posted.
what we should do then is just, I think we could just vote on I should take a motion on just reducing the York County Shelters. We don't need a read.
Because you've already done the other one.
We've already done everything else. So do I have a motion to approve the reduction of York County Shelters from $1,500 to $1,000? Looking for a motion.
I motion.
I'll second.
All those approved? There we are.
Matt, on the Taylor House one, you have 25,000 pending, but you have 10,000 in the
So
And then you had a meeting.
that's for the negotiations. We do have it on the agenda tomorrow night. And I don't, to have a discussion with the board, for the lease space for storage. I don't know if we're ready to even put more dollars in it yet.
They're not gonna be on for a while.
So, but they're looking for that commitment letter. So yeah, I think we'll take that right out.
Do I need to vote on the whole thing for the new total, or are we good?
Yes.
I do, thank
You do,
you.
because you voted on the other total last time.
Okay, I need, looking for a motion for Department 95 Unclassified
There was no
to
request.
approve
They were just-
857,341.
Moved. Second.
There was no,
If no discussion, all in favor? There we are. Looking for a motion to approve Department 92 capital improvement at 392,331.
I have a question, Matt. Last year, Christina had asked for that handicap swing at Friendship Park. What's going on with that? Is it-
It's in the CIP, we have it. I know we've had that conversation for springtime with rec. And it's just a matter of getting logistics to get it installed.
Okay.
It was in the
It's
budget.
still there.
What's that?
It's still there.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
that needs concrete or some special pad,
A little bit
correct?
more involved than just putting the swing up. Yeah, I guess you got
Oh,
ADA
you see.
compliant.
It's going back.
trying to go.
We were thinking more, of, here's a swing, here it is, but now gaining access to it is the challenge. So we have to
So you have to have like a ramp or something?
make sure everything's correct.
Just curious.
You keep it
But it's in our project list.
like perfect, it's gotta stay perfect. That's gonna be the challenge. Hopefully no one, hopefully
And
no
we-
one sabotages it.
And we've had conversations about how do we delineate the area to keep vehicles out of the playground area. Those little 6x6s isn't enough.
Nope.
And we've got to do something different.
Yep.
We've talked about that, and we've looked to explore those options, because we just don't want, with the kids out back there, the cars can come in and go from point A to point B, and there's nothing in between them.
Right.
So,
But if you do those decorative blocks, then you're creating somewhere for a kid to fall off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's not, you can't win, really.
Yeah.
it's hard.
It is. So,
All right. Again, capital improvements, 392, 331.
I'll make a motion to approve.
What did you say the amount was?
392,
Okay,
330.
all right, yeah. I'll second.
Okay, there's no discussion, all in favor? All right, let's go backwards. Municipal Buildings, Department 35, looking for a motion to approve $101,000.
I'll move that.
I'll second that.
And no more discussion, all in favor? Department 80, Health and Sanitation. Looking for a motion to approve 9/16/552.
I motion.
I will second. Motion, Debbie?
I did.
Debbie did, yeah. And Christina seconded. And if no discussion, all those in favor? And then Department 85, Public Works, looking for a motion to approve $1,971,732.
I motion.
I'll second.
And if no discussion again, all those in favor? Okay. A motion to approve the minutes of our January 27th meeting.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
You're assuming, I know.
And if there's nothing else, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Oh, what's next? Before we adjourn. So next Monday, the 10th. No holiday or anything like that. We're gonna do it Monday, we're gonna have Todd here and wrap up whatever odds and ends we have.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Hope so.
Motion to adjourn.
4:30, so 4:30 next Monday.
4:30 next Monday.
Yep. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
We're done.
Sold.